What if I told you there's a country where windmills still turn in timeless villages, tulip fields stretch beyond the horizon, and bicycles outnumber people? Welcome to the Netherlands, a place where fairy tale canals, modern innovation, and centuries-old traditions blend into something truly magical. But beyond Amsterdam's charming streets and famous art, there's a world of hidden gems and surprising stories waiting to be uncovered. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through the most captivating corners of the Netherlands, from enchanting medieval towns and jaw-dropping landscapes to quirky customs you've probably never heard of. Every stop is more surprising than the last. Stick with us till the end. You'll discover why the Netherlands is so much more than just windmills and wooden shoes. Let's begin. The Netherlands is full of surprises. Did you know tulips, now a national symbol, actually came from Turkey? In the 1600s, tulip bulbs became so valuable they were worth more than houses. The Dutch are also famously bike-loving, with more bicycles than people and over 35,000 kilometers of cycling paths. A large part of the country lies below sea level, but a clever system of canals, dikes, and pumps keeps the land dry. The Dutch are brilliant innovators. They created the world's first stock exchange and built Europe's biggest port in Rotterdam. Cheese lovers will feel right at home here. Gouda is just one of many delicious local varieties, and the Dutch eat a lot of it. They're also the tallest people on Earth on average and are known for their progressive values. And finally, don't confuse Holland with the whole country. That's just one region. The proper name is the Kingdom of the Netherlands, and it even includes Caribbean islands. Exploring Amsterdam by day feels like stepping into a living painting. The quiet canals, charming gabled houses, and graceful bridges create a peaceful, picture-perfect setting. As you walk through the city, the historic Canal Ring, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, tells the story of Amsterdam's rise during the 17th century. Boats glide by, bikes whiz past, and the city's calm energy draws you in. History is around every corner. In Museumplein, art lovers can dive into the works of Rembrandt and Van Gogh, with world-class museums that hold centuries of creativity and genius under one sky. And when it's time to relax, there's Vondelpark, a lush green space filled with winding paths, ponds, and sculptures. Not far away, the floating flower market adds a burst of color to the day, with rows of tulips and blooms. In every direction, Amsterdam blends beauty, history, and charm, making each corner feel like its own quiet discovery. Stepping into Zaanse Schans is like walking straight into a postcard from the Dutch countryside. Just a short trip from Amsterdam, this charming village is famous for its perfectly preserved historic windmills that still turn slowly under the open sky. Each windmill has a story. Some once ground spices, others made paint or oil. Against the backdrop of green fields and wooden bridges, they create a scene that feels both peaceful and alive with history. As you wander through the village during the day, you'll pass rows of traditional wooden houses painted in rich greens and deep browns, built in the 18th and 19th centuries. These homes, once owned by merchants and craftsmen, now serve as living museums. Every building here feels like it holds a piece of the past, lovingly preserved. The beauty of Zaanse Schans isn't just in what you see, it's in the feeling it gives. A walk along the riverbank offers peaceful views of windmills turning in the breeze, while sheep graze quietly in nearby meadows. Ducks paddle through the slow-moving water, and the smell of fresh grass fills the air. It's a perfect place to slow down, take in the calm rhythm of village life, and connect with a side of the Netherlands that still lives in the simplicity and beauty of the past. Keukenhof Gardens is a place where spring comes to life in the most spectacular way. Located in the heart of the Dutch countryside, this world-famous garden bursts into color every year with over 7 million blooming flowers. Walking through its pathways during the day feels like stepping into a dream. A vibrant sea of tulips, hyacinths, and daffodils stretches in every direction, arranged in patterns so perfect they look like art. The garden is more than just rows of flowers. There are peaceful woodland trails, quiet ponds with swans gliding across them, and hidden corners where sculptures rise among the blooms. Each area is carefully designed with a theme, offering new colors and styles around every bend. Visitors can also explore the indoor pavilions, where rare and exotic flowers are displayed with dramatic flair. Orchids, lilies, and other species bloom in ways you may never have seen before. What makes Keukenhof truly magical is how it captures the spirit of Dutch springtime. Windmills rise over flower fields, children play in open lawns, and visitors from around the world smile as they take in the colors around them. For a few short weeks each year, this garden becomes a celebration of life, nature, and beauty. It's not just a place to see flowers, it's a place to feel joy. Kinderdijk is a place where the story of the Netherlands and its battle with water comes to life. Set in a wide open landscape, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is home to 19 historic windmills, standing proudly in a row along the canals. Built in the 18th century, these windmills were part of a brilliant system to drain excess water from the low-lying land. Walking or cycling along the peaceful dike paths during the day, you'll feel as if you've stepped into a living piece of Dutch history. Each windmill is unique, with some open to visitors during the day, offering a glimpse into how millers and their families once lived and worked. Inside, wooden gears still turn, ladders creak underfoot, and the wind hums through the sails above. The surrounding fields, reeds, and water channels create a beautiful, natural harmony, and the reflection of the mills in the still water adds to the calm, timeless atmosphere. It's easy to forget the world outside as you watch the blades turn slowly in the breeze. Kinderdijk is more than just a picture-perfect landscape. It's a symbol of human ingenuity and resilience. The site shows how the Dutch transformed dangerous wetlands into fertile farmland through clever design and cooperation. By day, it's a peaceful, almost meditative place where the quiet rhythm of the turning windmills tells a powerful story, that with creativity and effort, even water can be tamed. The Hague may not be the capital of the Netherlands, but it holds the heart of the country's power and elegance. Walking through its broad avenues and stately buildings during the day, you'll quickly sense a different rhythm. This is where the Dutch government meets, royalty resides, and international justice is served. At the center of it all is the Binnenhof, a stunning medieval complex where political history has unfolded for centuries. Just a short walk away lies the Peace Palace, one of the most symbolic buildings in the world. Home to the International Court of Justice, it stands as a beacon of diplomacy and cooperation. Surrounded by beautifully maintained gardens, the palace's intricate stonework and grand architecture reflect the hope for global harmony. A daytime visit here feels both serene and inspiring, a quiet reminder of the city's role on the world stage. But The Hague isn't only about politics and courts, it's also a city of art, culture, and seaside charm. Not far from the city center, the wide sandy shores of Scheveningen Beach offer a refreshing change of pace, where the sea breeze and the sound of waves create a perfect daytime escape. In The Hague, tradition and modern life blend seamlessly, offering a rich and graceful side of the Netherlands. Rotterdam is unlike any other city in the Netherlands. Bombed during World War II and rebuilt from the ground up, it became a showcase of bold, modern architecture and innovation. Walking through the city during the day, you'll quickly notice its futuristic skyline. The striking cube houses, tilted like dice mid-roll, and the elegant Erasmus Bridge, often called the Swan, reflect Rotterdam's daring spirit and love for design. A visit to the Markthal reveals a perfect mix of art, structure, and community. From the outside, it's a huge arch of glass and steel. Inside, its ceiling is covered with a massive, colorful mural, often called the Horn of Plenty, while the floor buzzes with life. Just a short walk away, the Boijmans van Beuningen Depot stands out with its mirrored exterior, offering visitors a rare look into how art is stored and preserved, turning the museum experience completely inside out. Rotterdam is also shaped by its connection to the sea. Home to Europe's largest port, the city has always been outward-looking, open to the world. From the harbor tours to the waterfront parks, the energy of trade and travel is everywhere. But amid the modern towers and cranes, you'll still find quiet places, green squares, peaceful riversides, and unexpected corners of art. Rotterdam's story is one of resilience, creativity, and forward thinking, a city that turned destruction into opportunity. Leiden is a city that feels like a gentle step back in time. By day, its cobbled streets, peaceful canals, and elegant brick buildings paint a picture of classic Dutch charm. As you walk through the historic center, you'll pass Windmill de Valk, a towering 18th century mill that once protected the city's grain and now tells stories of Leiden's working past. With over 28 kilometers of canals and more bridges than you can count, the city invites you to wander slowly and soak in its quiet beauty. Leiden's true treasure lies in its legacy of knowledge and discovery. It's home to the oldest university in the Netherlands, founded in 1575, where great minds like Rembrandt and Einstein once walked the halls. Despite its scholarly roots, Leiden is anything but sleepy. During the day, the canals come alive with small boats. The market fills with the sounds of locals chatting, and bikes glide past the rows of historic houses. The city has a calm energy, one that blends intellect, beauty, and everyday life. It's a place where every corner seems to whisper a story, and the past and present live side by side in harmony. Utrecht is a city with deep roots and a heartbeat that still echoes through its medieval streets. At its center stands the towering Dom Tower, the tallest church tower in the Netherlands. Climbing its narrow stairs during the day rewards you with panoramic views of red-tiled rooftops, winding canals, and green parks stretching far beyond the city. What makes Utrecht truly unique are its canals. Unlike any other Dutch city, Utrecht's canals have two levels, the upper streets and the lower wharf cellars, once used for storage and now home to cozy shops and creative spaces. Walking along these quiet canal paths during the day offers a peaceful escape from the busier streets above. The gentle curve of the waterways, the reflections of old buildings, and the sound of church bells create an atmosphere that feels both timeless and alive. Beyond the city center, you'll find green courtyards, peaceful cloisters, and centuries-old university buildings that give Utrecht a thoughtful, scholarly feel. With its mix of history, creativity, and calm beauty, Utrecht is the kind of place where every step feels like a discovery waiting to happen. Giethoorn is often called the Venice of the North, but unlike its Italian cousin, it trades grand palaces for thatched roof cottages and silent canals for complete serenity. Arriving here during the day feels like entering a storybook village. There are no streets in the old part, just peaceful canals, arched wooden bridges, and narrow walking paths. Boats glide gently across the water, often powered by silent electric motors or pushed along by hand, offering a quiet, dreamlike way to explore. Each home in Giethoorn looks like it belongs in a fairy tale. Neatly trimmed gardens, colorful flowers, and old-fashioned barns line the waterways, making the entire village feel like a living museum. As you float or stroll through, you'll pass under dozens of charming bridges, over 170 in total, each offering a new angle of this peaceful paradise. The village is small, but that's part of its magic. Time seems to slow down here, letting you truly appreciate the beauty in every detail. Surrounding Giethoorn is the vast Weerribbenveeden National Park, a protected wetland full of reed beds, lakes, and quiet trails. Exploring the park during the day adds a natural richness to your visit, whether by boat, bike, or on foot. It's a reminder that Giethoorn isn't just a pretty village. It's part of a broader landscape where nature and traditional Dutch life live side by side. Visiting here is like stepping into a peaceful world that refuses to rush. Groningen, in the far north of the Netherlands, is a city that surprises you with its energy and character. Though it's one of the country's oldest cities, it pulses with youth thanks to its large student population. At its heart stands the Martinikerk and its towering Martini Tower, a symbol of the city for centuries. Climbing to the top during the day offers sweeping views of red rooftops and the lively squares below, where markets, street performers, and cyclists weave through the old cobbled streets. What makes Groningen truly special is its independence and vibrant spirit. It's a place where the past and present meet with confidence, where ancient buildings stand next to modern sculptures, and students sit reading beside 13th century walls. Whether you're exploring its peaceful botanical garden, Prinsentuin, or cycling through its car-free center, Groningen invites you to slow down, look closer, and discover a side of the Netherlands that's full of life and authenticity. Just a short distance from Amsterdam, Haarlem offers a quieter, more graceful glimpse into Dutch life. During the day, its charming streets and peaceful canals invite you to explore at a slower pace. At the heart of the city lies the Grote Markt, a lively square surrounded by historic buildings. Dominating the view is the Grote Kerk, also known as St. Bavo's Church, with its soaring Gothic tower. Inside, sunlight streams through stained glass windows and illuminates the famous pipe organ once played by Mozart himself. As you wander through the old town, you'll discover narrow alleys, elegant gables, and hidden courtyards that speak to Haarlem's rich past. A stroll along the Spaarne River offers views of centuries-old warehouses and the striking Molen de Adriaan, a classic Dutch windmill standing proudly by the water. Each landmark tells a piece of Haarlem's story, one of trade, art, and quiet strength. What makes Haarlem especially charming is its peaceful atmosphere. Unlike larger cities, it feels relaxed and personal, where every street seems to hold a little secret. Whether you're admiring tulip fields just outside the city in spring, or simply watching boats drift along the canals, Haarlem gives you the best of the Netherlands. Historic, beautiful, and full of quiet wonder. From storybook villages and vibrant cities to timeless canals and fields of endless color, the Netherlands is a country where every corner has a tale to tell. Whether you found yourself daydreaming in the quiet of Giethoorn, standing beneath towering windmills in Kinderdijk, or walking the historic streets of Amsterdam and Leiden, each place offers its own kind of magic. But the real beauty of the Netherlands lies in how it blends past and present, nature and culture, into one unforgettable journey. If this adventure inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more stories from around the world. Until next time, tot ziens.